Hello, you are watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. In South Dakota, Governor Kristi Noem has said that the state will appeal the ruling of the United States 8th Circuit Court, which refused to dissolve the injunction mandating pregnant women to consult a pregnancy help centre before undergoing an abortion. In a statement, Noem said all life is precious and mothers should have the chance to hear all relevant information before they are given the choice of whether or not to end their unborn child's life. The governor said she looks forward to the day when all life is protected by law. Noem pledged that the state will appeal the injunction in Planned Parenthood v. Noem, adding that the 8th Circuit Court should recognise that the people's legislators have the ability to pass pro-life legislations. The president of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, Archbishop Gomez of Los Angeles, has appealed to his brother bishops to set up a special collection drive in their diocese to help people in Haiti, which has been hit by a devastating earthquake and a tropical storm. More than 2,000 people lost their lives in the earthquake that rocked the country last week, and the ensuing tropical storm has aggravated the crisis, with thousands left without homes. Funds collected from dioceses across the US will be used to support the efforts of Catholic Relief Services and Catholic Charities USA, the official relief agencies of the Church in the country, in order to provide help to people in Haiti. Separately, the National Collections Subcommittee of the Church in Latin America has set apart $10,000 for 3 dioceses in Haiti, which have been heavily impacted. Catholics in Sri Lanka hoisted black flags in front of churches and homes on Saturday, August the 21st, to show their anger over the alleged apathy of the government in bringing the perpetrators of the 2019 Easter Sunday blasts to justice. Although 25 people were indicted last week in connection with the bombings that left 269 people dead and scores injured, the Catholic Church in the country has said that the true conspirators are still at large and the government is not taking enough measures to identify them. Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit, who heads the Archdiocese of Colombo, has raised questions over allegations that intelligence officials had met with the attackers. Across the nation, church bells tolled at 8:45 a.m. local time, and a special prayer service was held at St Anthony's Church Kochikade, which was one of the churches that was attacked. In his message to Korean Catholics in Rome on the occasion of the bicentenary of the birth of St Andrew Kim, the first Korean martyr, Pope Francis projected the saint as an exemplary witness to heroic faith. The Holy Father said that the saint was a tireless apostle of evangelization at a time when there was persecution and suffering. St Andrew Kim was martyred on September the 16th in 1846 for refusing to renounce Christianity. Along with 103 other martyrs, he was canonised by Pope St John Paul II in Seoul on May the 6th in 1984. The Pontiff said St Andrew Kim and fellow martyrs showed with joyful hope that good always prevails because the love of God wins over hatred. The Holy Father said every Christian is called to be an agent of peace and hope like the Good Samaritan. The United Nations High Commission for Refugees, or UNHCR, has appealed to the international community for urgent humanitarian assistance for crisis-hit Afghanistan. According to the UN agency, the situation in Afghanistan is worrying following the Taliban takeover of the country. As many as 3.5 million people are displaced within the country, and the UNHCR says food, shelter, clean water and medical attention are urgently required. Scores of people are still stranded at Kabul airport and they are desperately awaiting evacuation. Separately, the United States government has ordered commercial airliners to evacuate Afghan refugees from Kabul once US troops move out. The Holy Father, Pope Francis, has exhorted believers not to water down the reality of Jesus Christ's humanity and his teaching that the Eucharist is his body and blood. Addressing the faithful during his Angelus message at the Vatican on August the 22nd, the Pope said that Jesus affirms that the true bread of salvation, transmitting eternal life, is his own flesh. His Holiness also reflected on the day's Gospel passage of the multiplication of loaves, saying that Jesus invited people to interpret that sign and to believe in him, who is the true bread, come down from heaven and the bread of life. The Pope also urged Catholics not to seek God in dreams and images of grandeur and power, but to recognise him in the humanity of Jesus and in the humanity of other people. Close on the heels of processions marking the solemnity of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin in Poland, the Polish capital witnessed yet another procession on Sunday, August the 22nd. Hundreds of Catholics took part in the solemn procession on the streets of Warsaw, with rosaries in hand to atone for the blasphemies against the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the Immaculate Heart of Mary. The Rosary procession was also aimed at making reparation for the sins of abortion, pornography and the breakdown of marriages and families in the country. Believers marched with the image of Our Lady of Grace, as well as the relics of St. Angie Bobola, St. Maximilian Kolbe, Blessed Jerzy Popieluszko and the Blessed Martyrs of Pratulin. The event was organised by the communities of the Perpetual Rosary, the Warriors of Mary and members of Catholic Action. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.